could be of service with questions, that would be wonderful.
Please describe how being happy in one area of your life is beneficial to the vibration of another area of your life that you want to elevate.
Very good. To confirm, please elaborate on being happy in one area of your life is beneficial to all the other areas of your life also, is correct?
Yes.
Very good. The reason you know that being happy for any excuse that you can, anything you see, anything you feel, anything you find a reason and look for to be happy, so good for you, so good for all of you, because that allows you to be in a place where you view the world from the eyes of your source energy, your soul, your higher self, rather than looking at your problem from the rather than looking at your problem from the same state of being that created the problem. You have the wisdom to know that the state of being to create a challenge is one that observes the challenge and often creates more of that same challenge until there's a vibrational change, until something causes your perspective or your vibration to shift. And the easiest way you can do that, you've heard every one of the higher teachers tell you 1,000,000 times, the easiest way you can do that is to change the subject into something that feels good. And when you do, suddenly you are in alignment with how your soul feels, and your eyes, your glasses through which you see the universe have been changed, and thus your behavior is different. And the universe response to your behavior is different. Your timing is different. The universe is arranging pieces to land in your path to make your happy high vibration expectations, your belief about what you're going to see come to you next. Those things come true when you're in high vibration. Those things come true when you're in low vibration also.
So you're saying that in order to make those things come true, you have to change your vibration into something happy. You have to change the subject into something happy and positive.
Beautiful. Well said. Absolutely correct. That's the easiest way to do it. That's the path of least resistance. That's the way that you're not wrestling a bear for every inch of your ground, but you and so many like you, and it's such a human tendency, your immediate reaction is, all these other things I feel good about, I have those already. Those are already fine. I want to talk about this subject that I have resistance about. I want to get that one in a better place. We get it. That's so normal. That's so normal. That's so human. That's so okay. But just know that it's so much easier for you just to feel great about something else. But otherwise, we encourage you to move your subject of sticking point, your resistance, in just a little bit better position.
How can I do that?
So it's important for you to identify where you are in your vibrational scale right now. And then it's really neat and exciting if you can build habits and layers of being just a little bit higher on the vibrational scale. And when you do that for a little while, then you'll have access to the next higher emotion. It's all just habits, so it's all trains of thought. So we feel that you have a subject in mind. What is it?
Maybe if, I don't know, maybe if a friend is feeling negative or speaking negatively, and I feel I have to speak to them about that, I have to speak negatively because they are. It's the best way to handle that. And I feel that I have to speak with them about this negative subject. How do I put this into a positive perspective? How do I not let it affect me negatively?
It's a great question. So if we understand you correct and we can be of the best service and benefit for you, then it sounds like you understand these principles of law of attraction. It sounds like you're the kind of person that's applying them well in so many areas already that you know when you're not feeling good. You have great vibrational sensors that tell you when you're in rhythm and flow with your soul, and when you're going into a vibrational lion's den of lower emotion. You know, don't you?
Yes.
You feel really easy and soon, don't you?
Yes.
So, what do you think is the best way you could help your friend? Do you think climbing into a vibrational hole with this person? Or do you think that doing what is normal to you and finding awesome reasons that you are happy all the time? What do you think is the best service you could give this person?
I guess putting things into more of a positive upward direction.
Do you think that you have to talk to this person about the subject they're concerned about?
Sometimes I feel like I do, in order to make them feel more positive.
Do you think when your friend brings up the subject that they have a lot of resistance about, do you think you are better serving them by allowing them to fully explain how they feel? Or do you think it's better to cut them off and switch to a happy excuse to feel good?
I feel like they are talking to me about this negative subject because it's affecting them and they want to be heard. I would talk to them about it.
So you believe that being a good friend means hearing them out vibrationally in its completeness and allowing them to continue the momentum they've built on the subject they're not happy with. We get it. It's human. You believe that you're being a good friend by doing that. You believe that you're allowing them to get it all out in the air and get it all out in the open. And once it's all out, then you can address it and just clean it up. And that's such a human thing to believe. That's not really the way the universe works, because if you know law of attraction, then you know if you dig deeper into something, you create more of it. Which is fine. You totally can. You can let her tell you her 2 or 3 minute explanation of the challenge of what's happening. Then what? What do you think is the best way to help her then, when she's got it out?
I don't know. Talk positively. I don't know. You tell me.
It's interesting because if the subject that she has resistance about relates to you, and if it's possible that you have similar resistance, or if it's possible that you don't have resistance now, but you have belief patterns built in that would allow you to pick up that resistance if you were exposed to it with enough momentum, then you run the risk of becoming another patient in a hospital bed right next to your friend at the same time you try to help her. Or you can choose to be such a loving ray of light that you feel so good when you think about your friend, you visualize her the way you would love for her to be, the way that she would prefer for her to be. You give her faith in the knowing that she's doing it and you imagine it in your own mind, and you do not compromise your high vibration for anything, that really is the best way you can help anyone. Do you understand the principles of the vibrational glasses from which you see your universe?
Yes.
You really do, don't you? You really, really do, don't you?
Yes.
So what does that mean when you listen to somebody tell you how hard things are, and you're in a beautiful, allowing, flowing state of mind where the universe is just delivering to you moment after moment? Don't you just want to laugh at that? That can't exist in your presence, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so when somebody brings their woes to your doorstep in this way, you balance your compassion with your knowing that your soul does not agree at all with what your friend is laying down, what your friend is feeling, how not what your friend is feeling, because all feelings are valuable and justified and have meaning and purpose and benefit, the seed of benefit. All feelings are valuable. However, anytime you allow yourself to drop your own reference point, your own toolkit, your own butler that is the universe, who's delivering timing and circumstance and accidents. Anytime you take yourself out of that place, you're doing yourself and everyone around you disservice. You get that, don't you?
Yes. Okay, what about a car accident that I might be in that I couldn't feel good about? How would I handle feeling like that?
So to understand you correctly, you're saying a circumstance, an event, a accident that you are now observing right afterwards, trying to apply these principles to. Is that right?
Yes.
Very good. What that means for you when this event occurs is you are about to take a vibrational journey through the scale, and that journey will be as long or as quick as you make the decision for it to be. Some of you higher vibrational practice souls will be able to reach towards feeling neutral and then being able to try to help those in the same, and help everyone, and then be able to laugh about it, which means you truly put that behind you vibrationally overcame it. You'll be able to do that relatively quickly, because when you have little lack abundance, or when you accept there must have been a vibrational root that you are going to figure out and solve eventually, no matter how long it takes, it's all good. When you move back into a state of appreciation quickly, you'll notice those habits you've built about other subjects will come into play with this one exactly the same way. And the neat thing is, you'll be able to catch the momentum really early, because it's so new, this accident, it hasn't built any momentum. You can quickly say, I have the choice on how to feel, even though this thing was definitely not what you would consider positive. Within all things is the seed of possible benefit, even though I can't see it from where I am right now, it's there. Thank God everyone was okay. Thank God my limbs and everything are intact. Thank God I have insurance that's going to be able to replace all this. Thank God things are, I'm going to recover from this. It's okay. It could have been a lot worse. Thank you, God. That's something to definitely be grateful for. I get to walk away from this. It's good that things happen the way they did. I'm going to be much more cautious from now on. This might be able to upgrade my situation in some way that I can't necessarily see right now, but I have faith that things always work out law of attraction is real, it is vibrational. I'm going to keep doing what feels good, and things are going to keep getting better for me. And even situations and circumstances that I wouldn't initially say I prefer, even those things, I'm going to apply this principle and continue to soothe into a better feeling place, while I deliberately find appreciation for the things that are going well in my life, and use those as my footholds, use those as my rock solid grips, that I can weather any storm, that I could go through any challenge and be stronger on the other side. And things are going to keep getting easier for me, because I know this is the best technology that's ever been. I know this is the most love energy that's ever been in the air. I know I have the most information I've ever had to make the best choice I've ever made. I know things are getting better and better, and it will keep getting better. And that's the way it's meant to be. It's so good. That's what's happening.